Yeah, this was not good, man. This was not a good situation. So, if you guys don't know what I'm referring to, the last series of MLW happened last Friday, man, where we got to see the Cobras versus the Eagles in that Slate 5 series. It decided whether or not the Magic were going to miss the playoffs, which now we know that the Magic and the Cobras are going to be missing the playoffs. And the Eagles secured themselves with the 4th seed, and they're going to be playing the Western Wildcats. But if you go back and you really watch this video, especially in Game 3, it's a mess. It's a complete mess. You know, I figured for this video, I would just sit down and talk about it because at the end of the day, like, I could be putting up some footage and doing a voiceover, but I thought this was a better face-to-face video because we're really not talking about anything specific in MLW except the fact that the Eagles just completely tanked Game 3 so they were able to play the Wildcats. And normally that's something that I'd look at and be like, oh, okay, like, yeah, I mean, they picked the team they want to play, what's wrong with it? But if you actually watch the game, it's just straight up just clear, like, trying to lose. Like, guys purposely dropping balls, not even making it look good, which I guess I'm glad they didn't, but it was ugly, man. And tell me, under the comments, have you ever seen this in any other sport, like football, basketball, baseball? No one tries to lose. The best you can do, especially if you're Daniel Schultz, is you can put Carson Urgaitis on the mound. You can tell him to pitch, but you can't tell your guys to try and lose this game, to not play hard. To me, that's just not a good look, number one, for the league, and number two, for the Eagles, because, you look at a team that's just scared to play the Predators, man. I'm not saying that they should have went in and tried to completely win that game, but putting Carson Urgaitis on the mound, put Trackman in the and whoever else in the outfield, and tell them to play hard. At the end of the day, they're not. Carson Urgaitis isn't a pitcher. He'll probably find a way to lose that game anyways. But purposely trying to lose like that, to me, it's just an awful look for the league. And then you talk about Kyle, who's now put into a really difficult position because on one hand, it's like, yeah, he's the commissioner. He should probably do something about this. And then on the other hand, he is on the Wildcats, so it's like weird because, like, why are you going to punish a team? And then it makes it look like, that Kyle just has his own best interest involved, which I don't think is true, but it's difficult when you're the commissioner and then you're also, the manager of the team that the Eagles want to play in the Wildcats. So it's a strange situation. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I say I'll leave the link to the MLW video down below. You should watch it because it's just not a good look. It's not a good look. And then on the other hand, it's Kyle's brother, Daniel Schultz. So, he's one of those guys that's been in the league forever. You'd think he'd be like, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this because it's a bad look for the league, man. It's just a bad look for the league to do something like this. You take a league that's trying to grow, trying to get more serious, and you just throw a game away. And keep in mind, as MLW fans, we only get 3 games a week. So for one of those games to just kind of be a complete waste in a series that probably wasn't going to be all that close anyways, just kind of sucks. And I'm not going to sit here and play Mr. Righteous because I don't know what I would do in that situation if I was Daniel Schultz. I know he liked the matchup between him and the Wildcats a little bit more, but I mean, I don't know what to think. I sit here and I talk about this situation, and to me, it's soft. To me, what they did was soft. I'm a competitor, personally. I think most guys in MLW are competitors. So, to purposely lose a game like that, it's just, I don't know, man. I just don't like it. I think that, there's got to be a little bit more pride, a little bit more heart in the game. I think Daniel Schultz is a good guy. I think he is a good competitor. I do think he's a big strategist. So I see where he was going with this, but I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of this strategy of literally purposely losing games like that. I don't like it. So what should be done about this? Because it already happened. It's in the past. But what should be done about it? In my opinion, I say take away the Eagles draft pick. It's that serious to me. I know it kind of sounds like a crazy situation to be like, take away their draft pick, but we've seen it in other leagues. We saw with the Timberwolves about 20 years ago where they took away a bunch of their first round picks because they were, mismanaging some of their cap when going to pay a player. That might happen to the Clippers. So that's real things that happen where it's just, front office makes mistakes and then you got to take away their draft pick. I think, in my opinion, they should take away the draft pick. This team is too good to be doing something like that. And I mean, they'll probably get a late round draft pick anyways, so I don't think it's super serious. I say take away the draft pick, but I don't know. If the truth is that there is no rule against this, so maybe they just deserve to get a warning against it, or maybe that's something that Kyle did in private. Maybe it's something he didn't touch on at all. But what I'll say is, as MLW fans, it's just not fun to see players playing like this. It's not fun to see. So yeah, man, that's all I got for today's video. Let me know what you think about this whole thing, down below. In my opinion, it's not fun to watch. It's not fun to watch. It's soft. It's soft. But shout out this guy for guessing my upload schedule perfectly. We are going to come out with some kind of playoff predictions and stuff like that. We are going to talk about that. So yeah, man, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all later this week. Peace.